I've talked a lot on this podcast about safety cues, safety anchors, things that bring you to your safety state, right? In his latest book, Polyvagal Safety, Dr. Porges specifically lays out passive safety cues and active safety cues. The basic idea is that passive safety cues are ones that are neuroreceptive to safety. So things that are neuroreceptive to safety that might trigger your safety state that you're not actively doing. They just kind of come in through your senses. So that could be things like, well, like right now I have a candle on with a pleasant smell, something I got at Target. I think it's a Christmas smell, but I like it a lot still. I don't know. I can't tell what it is. I just like it. And I have a little fake plant thing here that I like. The lighting in my office, the comfortable seating, all these things I just take in passively. I'm not really consciously thinking about them. I could, but I'm not consciously thinking about the scent of the candle. But that scent is still affecting me every single moment that I'm breathing in. So that's passive. It's just kind of there. You could mindfully, actively notice these things, experience them, feel them, and experience the safety that it does bring up within you. But these things are passive. When I have the right lighting in here, it's just a passive safety cue. A more active safety cue is something that, or safety anchor, is something that you actively do. That could be going out for a jog. That could be meditation. That could be breath work. That could be yoga. That could be things that I might be broadening it beyond what he was discussing. Porges in that book, I forget the name of the article because it's a collection of articles in the book, but he was specifically talking about rituals and in the context of religion, I believe. So he was specifically talking about things like, I believe, chanting, if I'm remembering correctly, yoga, I think was in there. So stuff like that. But I think that concept could easily be brought into other things that you do to feel a sense of safety or relief. And that could be, in my opinion, that could be swimming. That could be spending time with friends. These are things that you are actively doing, your choices that you're making to go and do. And that maybe it's just breathing quietly in the corner and really mindfully being with the experience of your breath. So all these things, in my opinion, would be more active safety cues, things that you're doing. So active and passive safety cues. This is really important to understand, and these are topics I talk a little bit more in depth about in the Building Safety Anchors course, not Polyvagal 101, that's my other course. In the Building Safety Anchors course, these are things I talk about in a little bit more depth, but that for now, that's the basic idea. I think actually this is really important to understand, and I'm glad that he covered those in that article in that book, because that kind of broadens my concepts of the polyvagal theory. So active safety cues, passive safety cues. And I think this applies also to active, or actually probably more passive, danger cues, things that are going to take you out of your safety state, down your polyvagal ladder, into more of a flight, fight, shutdown, maybe even freeze as well. But if they're passive, I'm more focused on them taking you out of your safety state. This podcast is not therapy, not intended to be therapy or be a replacement for therapy. Nothing in this creates or indicates a therapeutic relationship. Please consult with your therapist or seek for one in your area if you are experiencing mental health symptoms. Nothing in this podcast should be construed to be specific life advice. It is for educational and entertainment purposes only. More resources are available in the description of this episode and in the footer of justinlmft.com.